Welcome to the Herman Hartman Jr. Show. I'm your host, Herman Hartman Jr. All right. Hey, I want to thank everybody who's viewing this show today. I appreciate the love and support. Please like, comment, and share this show. Let everybody know about the Herman Hartman Jr. Show. I do want to point out that I'm speaking from my point of view on life, and I'm speaking from these are my opinions. Everybody is not going to agree with the things that I say or talk about. It's not going to be interesting to everybody. That's fine. If it's not for you, keep it moving, keep it pushing. Not gonna hurt my feelings, all right? But this is what I'm doing, and this is how I want to do it, and this is my show. So at least respect the fact that I have the right to express my opinions and my views on life. All right. With that being said, I'd like to get into the quote of the day. I think it's very important that we all start our day off on a positive note. So I would like to share this quote with everybody and just give you some encouragement in your life or something to think about to move forward and get through your day, get through your week, your month, your year, whatever it is, so that you can get over your obstacle and overcome any hurdles that are in your way. All right. So here's the quote of the day. So the topic for the quote of today is belief. And Robert Brock stated that we should never believe anything that requires you to hate people who do not believe it. All right. So I think that that quote is very very powerful because we have a lot of so-called believers, out here today, but you condemning other people for not believing what you believe. And I just don't want to be a part of believing something that's going to cause me to condemn, judge, or talk down on or hate somebody because they don't believe what I believe. Because if the shoes were on the other foot, then I wouldn't want to be, that person that's being condemned because I don't believe what you believe. So, let's just take that to for what it is, man, as a grain of salt. Meditate on it, let it soak, let it marinate in your head, and then you do what you do with that information, man. But I think that's very important. That's very powerful. All right, that was the thought of the day. Sports Talk. Sports Talk is sponsored by Herman Hartman Sports Performance Training. We offer speed, agility, and quickness training to all athletes, all ages, all sizes, and all sports. Visit www.h8sportsperformancetraining.com to learn more. All right, so welcome to Sports Talk. I'm not going to really get deep into plays and sports and baskets and home runs and touchdowns and all that. We all know that NFL training camp started yesterday, I believe, this week. So I know everybody's getting geared up and getting ready for the NFL season. I know y'all gonna be cheering for the Saints. I just gotta let y'all know, yes, I do go to Saints game because that's the closest game I can get to. But I'm not a Saints fan, even though I live in Louisiana. I'm not a Saints fan. Denver Broncos all day. All right. But anyway, sports talk. This segment is really about issues that may be going on in the sports world. All right. So this week, Michael Jordan, he chose to speak out on police brutality towards African American, especially males in the United States of America, and he also spoke out against the shootings of police officers and the killings of police officers in our country. All right, so that made big news this week, and there was a lot of criticism towards Michael Jordan. So I just want to talk about that for a minute. So listen, I think it is good that Michael Jordan spoke out, but I think that it's an injustice to his airness to criticize him and say it's about time that he finally spoke out. Um, Man, put yourself in Michael Jordan's shoes, and everybody just be honest. If you had the opportunity to make the money, or if you had the money that Michael Jordan has, you wouldn't speak out either. You wouldn't get involved. Everybody giving him a hard time about, his shoes killing people. Man, that man's shoes not killing people. The choices that we making about how we gonna get the shoes is what's killing people. I feel sorry for people that have been killed or slain over a pair of Jordans because it's not that serious. But everybody, you can't lie. You either once had a pair of Jordans or you got a pair now. You know, you might not buy every pair that comes out, but everybody's had some type of Jordan material, clothing, something. You supported the Jordan brand in some type of way. So don't sit up here and criticize the man because he got an opportunity to build an income for himself and create a future, a financial future. For himself, his kids, and his grandkids. Don't get mad at Michael Jordan just because he raised the bar and he crossed over and he was able to financially take care of himself. That doesn't mean that you go to a gunfight, just because you could buy guns. I mean, come on, man, give a man a break. His shoes not killing people. It's people killing people over his shoes. Let's get that straight. If people dying over Jordans, it's not really his fault. Now, I will say that maybe some of the comments that he made about the situations were controversial and he could have chose better words when he spoke about it. But come on, man, come on. Aren't we all trying to live the American dream? Aren't we all out here hustling, as we say? Aren't we all out here grinding, as we say, to try to create a better life for our family and for our kids? So why, is pressure being put on MJ because he never spoke out or because he's finally speaking out? Man, Michael Jordan has done several things. I mean, if you look at the Charlotte Hornets, man, the whole staff is full of African Americans. Executive, he's an African American owner in the NBA, and his staff is full of African American executives. If you look at any other of the other teams, you don't have that. He's the only African American owner, and there's not too many African Americans in executive positions in the NBA. So look at the stats and look at the numbers and take heed to that. Uh, nah, he's not out there protesting and marching, on the streets. I'm not either. I'm gonna tell you straight up. When I evaluate the situation, I'm not going to a gunfight. I'm not going out there and when the police out there with bombs and grenades and artillery, man. They got a mini army. They training for this. I'm not trained for that. I'm not going to no gunfight with my keys in my pocket and a couple of quarters and some bubble gum. All right, it just don't make sense to me. But I believe in the cause, man, and I think that there should be equality and justice for everybody. But I'm just not about to go out there and block a highway. That don't make sense to me to stand in front of cars and block the highway, especially when the speed limit is 75, 80. I'm not about to do that. But that's just me. All right, that's just me. But I don't think that and being a former athlete, yeah, we have an obligation to the fans, and there's an obligation to I guess be a role model in the community. But don't put all the pressure on MJ. It's not MJ's fault that people killing other people over his shoes. It's not his fault, and he's not obligated to give any money. That's a choice that he made. That's a good thing that he did. But don't put all that pressure on the man. So that's the sports talk right there. Controversial subject this week about Michael Jordan and him speaking out on police brutality and the things that are going on in the United States right now. We all know that there's injustice. We all know that African Americans are treated differently by the police. It's up to the individual to accept it. I see a lot of people that get kind of offended when you start talking about racial issues and what's really going on. But I just want to point out from my point of view, African Americans, that we used to racism, man. We used to being treated a certain way. So I don't think that it should be a big thing when African Americans start speaking out about it. You got the right to say something. You hit me once and I don't say nothing, you're gonna hit me again. But if I say something and then if I do something, chances are you're gonna stop. You're not gonna hit me, that second or third time. So I don't see what the big deal is about, people saying Black Lives Matter. I mean, come on, don't act like you don't understand the concept about Black Lives Matter. All right. But then on the other hand, we have to be smart, and then we got to be logical, man. You don't go to a gunfight with a knife. You don't go to a gunfight with a sign. That's not going to do nothing for you. That's not going to change anything. But that's just my opinion. That's my point of views. This is Sports Talk, sponsored by Herman Hartman Sports Performance Training. We perish from a lack of knowledge. All right, so I'm concluding the show for the day, but I just want to answer the question that I get asked a lot by people that know me and know that I was a teacher for 11 and a half, 12 years, and I quit my job as a school teacher to pursue entrepreneurship and to run my own company. So the reason why I quit was because from the day that I signed up to be a teacher, I knew how much money that I could make, and that bothered me. I don't want those limits. I don't want salary caps. In order to not have a salary cap, then you have to break free from the system. So that's what I did. So first reason why I quit my job is to eliminate a salary cap. Second reason is to be independent, call my own shots, run my own company, and be financially independent. I know most people hear that but don't believe that, but it's something that you can do, just like I'm doing it. Just like I made the decision to put myself in a position where I could walk away from what I was told I had to do to pursue the things that I wanted to do. You can do that. So second reason why I quit my job is because I wanted to be independent, and I wanted to have create a financial freedom in the future for myself and my family, and I wanted to call my own shots, be my own boss, and run my own company. And the third reason why I quit my job is I didn't like it anymore. When you start losing love for something that you're doing, or you don't have the passion anymore to continue to do what you're doing, and show up every day and do what you're doing, then it might not be for you. So I did it the right way. I notified the people. I let them know. I put my time in, but when it was over, it was over, and I moved on. And I don't regret why I did it. So yeah, I quit my job, but I had things in place, and I had a plan in place for that would allow me to have those options in my life and do that. So I just wanted to share that this entire show was brought to you today by HLHJ Enterprises. That's my company. If you want to learn more, just click on the link in the description box, fill out the form, and then I can shoot you some information about brand partnership, about team building, and about business development and the opportunities that you have for entrepreneurship. But thank you for watching the show today. Herman Hartman Jr. signing out in the lab.